Well, I do so like being the center of attention. And I'm very happy that everybody showed up this afternoon. There's a rumor that's been going around about me, and I'd like to put it to rest right away. I am not dead. That rumor is greatly, greatly exaggerated. And about death, I don't really fear death because I think you're sort of unconscious, so you don't really have much to feel about death because you're not really there. But there are some things that I do fear greatly. And when I wear this suit, one of my greatest fears is brown gravy. Because brown gravy is very difficult to get out of a white suit. Another fear is marinara sauce. Same thing as brown gravy. Things to be scared of when you're wearing a white suit like this one. There was a dog. I was walking in Hannibal, and I saw a sign, and this sign said, "A talking dog for sale." And I walked on by. I thought this was some kind of a scam. There's no such thing as a talking dog. But it did pique my interest, and I came back and I knocked on the door of this gentleman's home, and I said, "Sir, I saw your sign, and I'd like to know more about this talking dog." The fellow says, "Well, he's in the back room. Go say hello." So I fell for it to this point. I figured, so I might as well go on back and talk to the dog if there was such a thing. I go in this room, and there he was. And the dog says, "Hey." And I was very surprised because I had never seen a dog talk before. And so the dog and I had a little conversation. He tells me that he was once a spy for the Union Army. And he would go into headquarters of the Confederacy, listen to what was going on, go back beyond the Union lines, and he would tell them what happened. He also said that he was once a gold miner, and that he would paw through the silver mines in Nevada, and that he would occasionally find things. A lot more than I ever found, by the way, when I was in Nevada. So we talked for quite a while, and the dog told me his name. The dog's name was Charles. And I thought, this is quite an unusual name for a dog, but it does remind me of something else. And that is, once I was able to go to a lecture of Mr. Charles Dickens, the English writer. And I walked in and I thought, I just assumed he would be bigger than he was. And he had a kind of a squeaky voice. He said, "Hello, my name is Charles Dickens. I'm going to tell you a story today." I thought, that's unusual. I never expected that either. And I listened to Mr. Dickens, and I thought about my writing and his writing, and I consider Dickens one of the great geniuses, whereas a genius could be compared to wine. But my books are like water, because everybody drinks water. So I'd like to be a mass market person. Now, as his lecture went on, I had some ideas that I would like to have shared with Mr. Dickens, and one was his famous book, A Christmas Carol. And I thought, perhaps his book could use a better title. And I thought to myself, why don't we call it Ghosts Can Be Disturbing in the Night? And I thought this was brilliant. And I was all set to share this with Mr. Dickens after the lecture, but I never got the chance. He had a crowd around him, and I left, and he left. And I did send him a letter afterwards, and I never got a response from Mr. Dickens. But I think he really missed out, because, I got my start writing a story about a frog. And I thought that would be very instructional for Mr. Dickens. And by the way, the reason that the dog was being sold, the owner told me, he said, that dog lies. You can't believe a word he says. So I think that The owner of the dog, Mr. Twain. Thank you, folks.